After dozens of earthquakes rattled homes in North Texas, some families came to Austin today to air their concerns directly to the state's main energy regulator.
Earthquakes used to be uncommon, but nearly 20 of them hit the town of Azle in November alone. Many worry those earthquakes are connected to the hydraulic fracturing or fracking used in oil and gas drilling nearby.
But as KXAN's Ignacio Garcia explains, Texas railroad commissioners were not convinced.
Homeowners say the earthquakes have damaged homes and brought sinkholes to their backyards. They say it was caused by fracking near Azle, Texas.
You say we should conserve water?
11-year-old Robert Caney took his turn at the commissioners' meeting. The commissioners oversee the state's oil and gas industry.
How can you inject thousands of gallons of water at a time into the ground at thousands of pounds of pressure and not have an earthquake?
We've contacted our insurance company, and guess what? They don't cover earthquakes.
Locals want the fracking to stop or at least slow down, but some say their message fell on deaf ears.
I don't think we got anywhere. I don't think we're going to have any help. They are going to continue to deflect and delay and not take any action.
There's going to be big pain.
After hearing one complaint after another, commissioners said they weren't convinced that there's a connection between wastewater injections and earthquakes, only agreeing to hire a seismologist to do more research. But these folks say there's no time to waste.
We could have a big catastrophe on our hands.
Ignacio Garcia, KXAN News.
You know, this really is a complicated issue, and taking a closer look, there may be some misconceptions about fracking and those earthquakes. Meteorologist David Yeomans has been following the science here.
Well, earlier this month, Shannon, I spoke with Dr. Cliff Froelich. He's the Associate Director of UT's Institute for Geophysics, and he says that when energy companies frack, they eventually have to dispose of the wastewater used in the process. Some companies pump the fracking water back underground. There are tens of thousands of those so-called injection wells in Texas, and Froelich says it's those wells, not the drilling itself, that's connected to the earthquakes.
Drilling doesn't cause earthquakes, fracking doesn't cause earthquakes, production doesn't cause earthquakes, but the disposal of the water sometimes causes earthquakes.
Froelich says there are safer ways to get rid of the frack fluids, including treating the water, as is done with sewage.
All right, Dave, thanks. Most of the state's oil and natural gas production is in West, North, and South Texas, but the Eagle Ford Shale, which has seen a major boom in recent years, stretches into Bastrop, Fayette, Milam, and Lee counties.
The Texas Railroad Commission actually has nothing to do with regulating railroads. That name is a holdover from the late 1800s. The three-person commission oversees all oil and natural gas regulations in Texas. That makes it one of the most powerful state agencies. Current Chairman Barry Smitherman is running for Attorney General this year, so his seat is open. 4 Republicans, 2 Democrats, and several other candidates will be on the ballot this March. Critics say some of the biggest donors to candidates come from the energy industry. An attempt to change the Railroad Commission's name and implement fundraising restrictions failed in the legislature last year.